Alrighty. I really wish you would stop trying to do that. I'm unchecking it. In the way. Something in the way. All right. All right. I think we should start with the whatchamacallit? The lower.
It's our lowest key, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a 22 now.
Right, but you know, if they wanted to do 23 after the 22, we could do ashes. Hers is still
Yeah.
23.
Assuming the 22 goes well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my Iron Docks is a 22 also. I should clean my inventory.
Always in stock.
Might be good for leveling. Ooh, wait. Which one of these do I want? I want this one. All right. It didn't save my fucking set again.
Okay.
Take pride in your work.
Hey,
Hello.
There.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
What are you doing in beta?
I ran that Halls dungeon, playing around with a few shaman builds, and I think the build is to get all the totems. Got a totem for everything, man.
What
They
do
said
you what do you mean?
the tier sets won't be in till the next build.
What'd you say?
The tier sets won't be in till the next build.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
Is
Beta
this
is
what you
fun.
need?
The dungeons I love. Shaman feels in a good spot because it can still do a bunch of damage and keep up, and it still can do a lot of healing, and we have Primordial Wave back, so I'm happy.
Return to me soon.
Oh, the dungeons in as like a mythic plus.
No, you can only do them on Heroic right now. Doesn't mean they're easy, right? Because, like, we have no gear, so Heroic still
Oh yeah, that's true.
whoops your ass. Professions are pretty important next expansion. That's what I'm gathering.
Yeah, but you like need fucking gatherers out the wazoo for as much shit as you need to gather.
I may just be a gatherer. Use my limited skills to go get some herbs.
I could do skinning just because it's easy.
Crafted gear is going to be important, so we're going to need crafters and people willing to gather for them because they can't do it all. I'm willing to bet he's still asleep.
It's a good chance of it. So Cash, what kind of IT stuff do you do?
I do security stuff.
Nice. Like CISSP, like stuff.
I do indeed have a CISSP.
I'm working towards one, and it's a lot of hours to put in.
Yeah. Depends on experience, yeah. I worked in, so when I got it, it was only 10 domains, not 12, or whatever it is now.
Yeah.
And I had worked in 4 of them. So I had it fairly easy.
There's a lot of people who play this game in tech.
It makes sense.
I wish I understood how to code.
You can learn it. It's just like another language to pick up.
Unfortunately, I spent far too much money already learning another language. That was whatever the fuck the US legal system is.
Oh yeah, like you could do it for like fun, but definitely not for a job if you're that deep into your law thing.
Kind of too late to turn around now. I do love tech support at my job though, because I keep breaking shit. And they're like, again? And I'm like, yep, get ready. You're gonna be real familiar with me.
Like you're breaking stuff, or the stuff's breaking on you.
Shit's breaking on me. I have bad luck, and I think computers, like, hate me. For example, I tried to open a document in Word, and it kept, like, literally all I did was try to open a document. That's it. And it, like, had 800 error messages, and, like, my computer was unusable, and the tech guy was like, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah, that's bad. I mean, the only thing I could think of is like if your documents have like a shitload of like macros or something inside.
They do. They're encrypted. So it, like, bugs out a lot. They're like they're not even saved to the computer. They're saved to like an online encrypted cloud that saves everything. And it's like 3 firewalls to get through. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for like law stuff, but
Yeah, because we got people like social security numbers and shit. Like, I can't I can't really release that shit.
a lot of that tech is like still pretty new for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I still have attorneys at my firm who like don't understand, and they are like, why can't we just have paper files? And they're like, we're not using paper files anymore. And they're like, okay, it's okay, I'll make my own. And then they just print off everything from the cloud. So
Securing PII is more about practice, not about technology. Like, it's not that hard to secure, right? Like, it's when you really get down to it.
Yeah, like on the struggle on my side is they're trying to have us automatically like tag the stuff, but I'm like I could digitally tag it pretty easy, but you still gotta like mark this on like the doc itself, and they're like figure that out.
Well, yeah, so if you're smart, right, you watermark it if it's got PII, and then you have some sort of DLP system or document reading system that understands when you have PII or when you have that watermark, and it automatically takes action on the watermark, right? So if you're trying to send an email with PII, it gets flagged and says, hey, this has PII in it, because the watermark exists, right?
Yeah, like that part's easy. It's like the DLP solutions out there are like so expensive, and they're like, could you do this for
well, and they're also
for
all
free?
shit.
Yeah, I mean the best one I found is just using like the native Microsoft stuff and just like file classifications, and then try and find stuff for Exchange. But I don't know, it's still pretty early where I'm not too stressed out about it yet, but I gotta start cracking down on that.
It's DLP is a problematic because it has to read everything, right? And so it's slow by nature. And because it has to read everything, like it's buggy as fuck because it has to read everything, right? Like it's
Yeah, like they're already complaining when I turned on the SSL, like man in the middle inspection.
yeah. Well, that also works because you know how that works, right? That it actually uses a
Yeah.
It actually uses a vulnerability in SSL to do it.
Yeah, I mean there's a shitload of changes in browsers already that kind of break it, so I got to make a shitload of exceptions, but it makes sense what it's doing. I work in like the government sector, so it's they're gonna have to compromise on the speed with security.
Oh my god, government is fucking stupid when it comes to its security. My last job, you couldn't
depends
copy
on-
and paste from fucking OneNote
It
or OneDrive.
just depends.
Could not copy and paste from OneDrive.
Yeah, well, we can't copy and paste from RDP, right? Like that's dumb, but it's security, right? So, but when it comes to government and security, it depends if it's local government or federal. Federal is not too bad, generally speaking, but local government is awful.
Yeah, I'm talking about local government. It was awful. I couldn't fucking copy and paste from OneDrive. And then they were like, it's for security that you don't steal the information from our documents. And I said, oh, like if I just screenshot it.
And then use an OCR to
And they were
convert
like,
it
yeah,
into a
we tried to
document.
explain. Well, we tried to explain that to the council, and they like didn't understand. And I was like, are they all old? Yeah. Okay.
It's about convenience though, right? Like we block most thumb drives, or most people don't have access to thumb drives where I work, right? It doesn't prevent them from doing the same thing, taking a photo of it. But if you block, it's the same reason we put locks on doors for houses and for cars, right? It's to deter the 98% that aren't going to go through the extra effort. If you give extra steps, you kill most of it. Not all of it, but you kill most of it. Because somebody who's determined to get into your house is going to get into your fucking house. Right?
Yep. Right.
But having that door lock on the door prevents the crime of opportunity.
Well, my job now, they have pretty interesting security on the computers, and I kind of like it.
Where I'm working right now, they finally wisened up on passwords, and it's because I've been saying this for years, decades probably. I've been saying password complexity matters for shit. Password length is the only thing that you should do anything on. And now we required 16 character passwords, and there's no other requirements. And it's so
I
nice.
want to move to that, but it's like they would never go for that. It's
because somebody in the 80s, somebody in the 80s wrote a document that said you have to have complex passwords because they only allowed 8 character passwords. Up to 8,
like the
right?
NIST stuff is like a bit better now, where it's like you can have a simpler password as long as you protect everything with 2-factor.
Yeah, but even then, you still want a long password because what happens if your second factors is vulnerable, right? Like
it depends on what it is. It's like if you don't have everything that uses that credential behind 2-factor, then yeah, you got to use a complex password. Or
like fucking SMS is still only 56-bit. You can crack that on a fucking phone now, right?
They shouldn't have trusted that as like a 2-factor SMS.
It's better than nothing, but yeah, it is pretty dumb.
We use Duo, and Duo is amazing. It's just expensive.
We had Duo. I liked Duo. What I use now is this fucking mobile pass, and it gives you a key. That's our first password, and then we type in our actual password. So it's like 2-factor authentication, but you have to log into your phone to get it. You can't just hit an approve button.
Yeah, it doesn't have a push.
Yeah, it doesn't have a push, and the key is always changing.
Well, the key should always change.
It's usually like every minute.
The key needs to always change. 30 seconds is the standard. Every 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's about as much. It feels like 30 seconds. That shit, if I'm slow, is...
And I think it's 30 seconds because that's what RSA did, 30 years ago. But
I like it, and it's used for everything, including like getting into certain things. It's used to get into the computer, to get into things that are password protected from my computer. It is used for everything.
at least it's like I don't mind the second factor. Like I use Authy mostly for most of my personal stuff because it does Google Authenticator or not Google. It does. I mean, Google is just it's the open source one whose name escapes me at the moment.
TOTP or HOTP.
Yeah. Well, I mean, those are the technologies, not the.
Yeah, it's usually like as long as like anything can scan it, like the big apps can just import everything.
It works for the biggest ones. Like I use it for Amazon. I even use it for Blizzard. I don't use the Blizzard app. So like when I need to type in my 8-digit code instead of 6 because Blizzard had to be different, it's actually using the same fucking open source authentication that Google uses. It just has 2 extra characters. So like I use that for everything, but I lose push by doing that. But then I only have one app, which is what I like. But like the bank still isn't using push. The bank uses push for customers, but not internally. It's fucking annoying. So I wish they would fix that, but it's better than what the military does because the military still uses cat cards.
I hate dealing with NMCI. They're the worst. They're straight up trash. Like they don't know what they're doing. Like thankfully I work on for the government contractor and not the government contracts because I would kill myself.
Yeah. Well,
my friend does government contracts law, and she literally every time she deals with her clients who are government contractors, they're like, the government doesn't fucking know what they're doing. And she goes, yes, that is true.
So like,
I have no idea.
I mean, it's true and it's not because NMCI is 1 million endpoints, right?
Yeah.
I have a lot of insight into old NMCI. I haven't seen anything in years, but it's 1 million endpoints, and there are hundreds of servers like on every single fucking aircraft carrier. It's crazy, right? I mean, there's what, like 15,000 people on an aircraft? No, 7,000 people on an aircraft carrier. Some crazy number, right? It's a floating city, right? So there's just a shit ton of hardware. And then that's all tied into the NMCI, and then you got places like San Diego and Hawaii, which are big major hubs, and they have like crazy amounts of bandwidth. And you know, from an architectural standpoint, it mostly works, but some of the shit they try to do, like connecting admirals' offices and things like that, ends up being a fucking nightmare.
My gripe with them is their baseline for their support is pretty. It's either really bad or just too inconsistent. When I'm trying to help the people that I need to help, and they're like, "Oh, NMCI told me this," and it's just straight up wrong. Like one guy could be really good, and one guy is just like a dumpster.
I think it depends who you talk to at NMCI. Like all the people I knew that did work with NMCI, they all worked with the infrastructure guys. So they weren't.
Yeah, like
talking to the
those
support
guys are always like usually good. The help desk
Yeah.
guys are usually hit or miss.
I was supposed to work at DISA. Thankfully that fell through. But yeah, I was supposed to be one step above NMCI, right?
Yeah.
That would have been a interesting job. But that contract fell through, so whatever. I was one step away from getting my top secret clearance, and I'm like, yay, I didn't get it. I don't have to work for government.
If you did get it though, you'd pick any job you want, pretty much.
Yeah, but I've worked for government, and I've done a lot of work with government. From like from the Pentagon to Federal Reserve to like United States Geological Service. I've worked at all, right? Even if it was just for like a week or two, right? And I just don't want to do that shit. Although
that's understandable.
The Bureau of Indian Affairs and what's the other one? There's 2 Indian ones. Bureau of Indian Affairs and Bureau of Indian Education have a really cool data center in New Mexico. Like it was brand new when I went to it a few years ago, about 12 years ago maybe.
New data centers are insane. The amount of tech that goes inside. I have a feeling he's not gonna wake up soon.
I think I'm gonna make some flasks. That is not my DH. Damn it.
You're doing great.
Do I have anything interesting on this dude? Oh, I have 40 fucking runes on this dude. Let me try to sell those. They're probably worthless now.
Our enemies gather for another.
Greetings, sir.
Have anything
and
ancient to
or
trade?
Ma'am.
No, they're still worth 11 gold.
2 centuries old.
That's not bad.
Wow, I have a shit ton of heavy desolate leather. I can make
If you find
armor
anything
kits. Those are
exotic,
still worth money.
bring it to me.
Like 5.
I can make 5. Yeah, I have 392 desolate leather. That's about 5. Yeah, that sounds about right. Probably out of thread. Yes, I am out of thread. Let's see. I need to go to... Why is that not... Why is that wrong? Hello, Plater. Profiles. Open profiles. Why is it set to default? That was super weird.
Later said, I don't like you. I'm gonna be default settings. Meanwhile, I'm doing Brewfest things for that fucking Hearthstone.
That's better. This direction.
For you, I offer only the finest. Your patronage is always appreciated.
I can make 49 armor kits. That's nuts. That's like 1 billion golds if it was last season.
I'm gonna guess they sell for 200 each.
Have you looked at Brewmaster talents, Jess?
Yeah, I told you about it. You obviously weren't listening.
I forgot what you said.
Everything increases their verse, or increases their shuffle thing.
Oh. So it could be alright.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
their tier set's pretty broken, so I assume if they're reducing stagger, they're like
Yeah,
virtually
the force
untouchable.
set reduces stagger by like 30%.
And damage done.
Jesus.
Yeah.
To them, their 2 set reduces damage done to them by certain DPS abilities, and then their 4 set essentially makes it that their stagger is reduced, along with everything else their stagger is reduced by.
I'll have to look at it. I'll have to play with it. It is still, in my opinion, the most chill tank to play. That isn't boring like fucking Druid.
But you also said the Demon Hunter was looking good too.
The Demon Hunter's looking sick.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Everybody is going to be playing a Demon Hunter. Everybody. It's going to be like Season 1 all over again.
That's all he played before this season.
I have a difficult time playing a single class for an entire expansion. So I was glad that the DK came up. 2 expansions in a row that I played DK for Season 4. I guess I played it in Season 3.
I want to go kill that Brewfest guy quick. Does anybody want to come with me?
That's all I do.
Thanks.
I'm good.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries
I
old.
want the fucking...
They are 73 gold now. That's it. Jesus
If
Christ.
you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
I think
This
people are going to
guy's-
struggle with the fact that everybody wants to be a demon hunter. It's going to be a million fucking demon hunters in raid again.
I thought we weren't going to
Why
have
is
any
it-
demon hunters.
Yeah.
No, we have 2 people switching.
Who's switching?
Cora and T is no longer tanking because he is getting bored of raid tanking, so he wants to play as demon hunter again.
Are you guys gonna let Nap tank?
Yes, except for the fact that he would have to trial in Dragonflight, and T wants to stop tanking now.
Now, as in like when.
Yeah, so I think the plan is to still trial him if he gets his, gets a character up, but I'm not sure what the plan is for who is tanking.
You know, I wouldn't be
it's stopping.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a repeat of last expansion where DH was like super overpowered in beta, and then they just nerf it, like crazy nerf it. It was still the best tank, but it wasn't like, you know, leaps and bounds ahead, like DK is right now. Because they killed Shattered Restoration when the expansion came out.
DH is pretty strong. I haven't seen anybody play any other tanks, though. I think people are just checking out DH, which is fine.
They're all checking out Warrior too, because Warrior's supposed to be OP.
Yeah, Warrior actually looks good.
We could use more fucking warriors. That's what we fucking need.
I'll be back to the only monk again. Huh?
But I would have to check out the gameplay.
You have beta, but you haven't done anything with it.
My Warrior's on beta, I think. I logged on this dude to make flasks, and then go buy herbs. Herbs. What am I short on? Marrow root. Oops.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
Wow, Marrow root is 7 gold now. And change.
Everything's pretty cheap.
I deadass only need 2. That's fucking stupid.
No, it used to be cheaper than that.
If you
Going up.
find anything exotic.
There we go. Now I can make 10 of these damn things. Let's see if they fix beta for Mac. It is an updating. I don't have any weak words on this computer though. That's not what I thought I saw. Okay. Put your lights on. Why is it paused? Waiting on another update.
What problems were you having with it before?
The mini map doesn't work right. So I could never figure out where, let me close this. Could never figure out
I'm gonna get back on beta.
All right, let's just close. Cancel. What update are you downloading? I don't understand. All right, let's quit BattleNet.
I don't know if I want to be a Volpera anymore. I don't want to be anything else.
So switch. It doesn't sound like they're gonna be having the cross-faction guilds from the
Lame.
get-go.
They
'Cause
weren't
it says
going
you can
to.
do the cross-faction raiding. I don't know if you can do cross-realm raiding.
Yes, cross faction means cross realm. Oh, I don't know.
No.
They said unlocked. They said unlocked at the beginning, right?
It's gonna be immediately unlocked, but I don't know that you can do like the realm stuff. That's what I'm saying.
All right, now it's updating.
UTF sniper needs to stop being lazy.
I mean,
go
at
I know.
least, well, you can at least come to the server, is what I'm saying. You can still be Alliance. I've got several Alliance on this server. We even have our own Alliance guild.
I'd go back to Dwarf. All right, now it's downloading. There it goes. 7 gigs, man. That's because I haven't been playing beta at all on this PC. It's not going very fast. 6 gigs left.
That's pretty quick.
It's only going, it slowed down to under 20 megabytes per second. That's slow.
I mean, yeah, that's slow if you have like gigabit, but
I do.
compared to what it was before, like that's still the speed of things is like insane now for me.
I was on the internet when everybody was dial up before cable modems existed.
Yeah, I had I think 33.6K modem.
I had a 14.4 and that was fast, and 28.8 was fast at the time.
I still have a AOL disk I saw yesterday in my room somewhere.
I remember when 56K modems came out, and that was a big deal because that was half of ISDN.
Let me see what CDs I have next to me.
I don't have CDs anymore. I do have records. I don't have CDs.
Yeah, but you're like, go out and buy the fucking records.
Yeah. Hey, I do have that original pressing Led Zeppelin record. That's an old one.
Yeah, but didn't you buy that?
Well, how else do you acquire
No,
items?
I mean like buy it recently. Fuck you.
Yeah, like 7 or 8 years ago now.
You make it sound like I've had this since it was fucking released. That's all I'm saying.
No, I was not born
Exactly.
yet when that record came out. Now it's going 20K a second because that's cool. But it's like the number is just tanking. 700 megs, 600 megs. So it's not going to 3K a second. It says it's going.
I'm right now looking at Monk Talent. Shit looks broken.
All the tanks look broken. All right, now I can play.
Oh, we're all just gonna play beta now?
Does Treat have it?
No.
Not yet. I
Oh,
wish.
that's fucking rude, dude. I'm sorry.
Send a picture of some old CDs I have in my room.
I think what you should do is write a strongly worded letter to Blizzard.
I haven't tried any like giveaway stuff, but that's not worth it. That's too much work.
Well, that's how Thea got her extra key that she gave to T.
That's how Dagus got his key.
I just
pressed
feel like there are like
play
a billion people that enter those.
and didn't
I
do
think
anything.
that's also how Vax got his key, a giveaway.
We're trying, dude.
Blizzard error. Close. I can't even launch it now. Like it's busted. Completely busted on Mac. It immediately crashes. Yeah, it immediately crashes. So describe what you're doing. Launching the game. Wow. That is fantastic. Maybe it's because OBS is open. Let's close this. Nope. Immediately crashes.
Yeah, that's bad. Are there any add-ons that launch when you launch the game, or is it only on the after the character screen?
I'm not getting that far.
Launch.
I hit play and it immediately crashes. Like it doesn't launch at all.
Go back
Let's
to
try-
the other side.
Let's try
They
let's
have to
get
be
direct
getting
link.
it ready, but they got less than 2 months now.
Nope. Directly launching it doesn't work either. But it's coming out soon.
They're gonna delay it for sure.
Honestly,
Yeah,
if I was
November
gonna change
28th,
my
my
shaman's
ass.
race, it'd probably be a dark iron dwarf. This mole machine, pretty broken.
All right, let's close and reopen this again. Let's try a scan and repair. I've never had scan and repair ever fix anything.
Sometimes I hit scan and repair and it fixes it by not doing anything. Just clicking the button fixes the problem.
If that doesn't work, I'll uninstall or reinstall it. Actually, yo. Work around the clock. Einstein, James Dean, Bricklin's got a winning team. Disneyland, Bardette, best Alabama cruise ship. Yes, in the Suez, we didn't start the fire. You know, I don't think I have Piano Man on my playlist. That's like sacrilege.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe that's not on my playlist?
Correct.
It's not on my playlist.
R.I.P.
Now it is. You know what? I probably don't have America.
Brit is cutting it close to my free time.
Horse with no name.
I
Horse
am
with
getting
no
drinkies at 4.
We super like scheduled this. That means like set an alarm.
I
or
guarantee you
something.
he's just asleep. Like, I don't even think this is intentional. I just think he's asleep.
Set an alarm.
I don't know if he has a regular schedule because he's on disability.
Yeah, well, it's still respecting other people's time. That's all. Like showing up to raid. You got however many people depending on you to be there.
Is that Henry Rollins?
We don't typically get on either during the day.
I was into Afghanistan.
Dude, what the fuck is this Trident CD?
Oh, well, let me see. Oh, that's like old game demos.
They used to do a shareware CD. Somebody used to do a shareware CD. Where it was
Yeah, I
just
had like a
nothing but
bunch of
shareware.
like 99 games in one.
Fucking Encarta, Jesus. Let's see if I recognize any of those games. Virtua Squad, I think, is the only one I recognize. I can't read the one in blue, though. Oh, Garfield.
Guess I'll do
Card
updated
Shop.
dungeon.
Oh, man. Ooh, this is a good one. I thought I had the new Red Hot Chili Peppers on here. Red Hot Chili Peppers. this one? Black Summer. I do not have it on here. Mm, 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 mm. That's on there. Oh, just a 7-fold.
Thing's ugly.
What's ugly?
The slime serpent.
Oh.
I got 2 mounts while we were waiting. Because I got the Ember one from Kara.
I'm at 98%. Hey, it just finished. Let's see if I can launch it now. Nope, crashes. Fuck you, game. All right, let me try